Welcome, Vault Dwellers, to episode 15 of my Fallout 4 No Loot Challenge Run. In short, the rules are that here on Xbox, I am not allowed to use the A button to pick up anything in the world or take anything out of a container and put it into my inventory. Notable exceptions are crops. We're playing on survival mode, and I need something to barter with in order to get the junk that I need to play the game, and I also need food for my character to eat. Last episode, we failed once again to enact our revenge on Mama Murphy, but I'm sure we'll get her next time. We also got a couple new settlements on side, and we have got a new powerful tool in the form of Overseer's Guardian, and I think that it's probably time to go take a look at the crafting on that and see what we can do. We've already got our armor sorted. I've given my hand-me-down combat leg to McCready and upgraded my new destroyer's leg, so we're moving a little bit faster than we want to, which is nice. However, I've already taken a peek at Overseer's Guardian, and I have a bit of a problem. I knew that I would not be able to put on like the most powerful receiver because I don't have Gun 4, and Gun 4 is currently something like 10 levels away. That's fine. I can put on this calibrated powerful receiver, and that is good enough, at least for now. Switching over to the 308 adds more, but not a ton more. The real problem here is that I am not able to put a suppressor on this thing. So unless I find one in somebody's inventory, that means that this is not going to be a silenced weapon, which means that my sneak will be broken when I shoot it, and also Mr. Sandman isn't going to be helping me out. So this is all not according to plan. I'm not sure if you can put a suppressor or a silencer on a hunting rifle with Gun 3, but maybe that would have been the wiser choice. Unfortunately, with my rule set here, I can't set this down, because once I do, to pick it up, I would have to push the A button to take it out of the world or take it out of a container. And I hate to just have my companion carry it around, because that's going to reduce his carry weight and mean that I have less crops that I'm able to pick up. So we're going to go ahead and modify this, and we're just going to have to see how it does in comparison to Old Faithful, because this does double damage at full health, but I only get a couple shots of bats with it, so we will see if we can do any better with this thing. For the mods that I am going to put on it, let's go ahead and take a look at our barrels. I think that, let's see, superior recoil, range, sighted accuracy, forehead fire accuracy, that, let's see, versus superior range and sighted, better recoil, reduced. I really don't care about hip fire accuracy with this thing. This is going to be very much a VATS weapon and a sniper rifle at long range. If I need to be shooting from the hip, I will switch over to my pistol. The stock might actually be the stock that I already want. Exceptional recoil, superior recoil versus better aim scopes. Actually, we are going to move over to the marksman stock. The magazine, I will take the small quick eject magazine. I kind of reload obsessively, so we might as well do it as fast as we can. And then as far as the scope goes, I would rather have a long scope. And I am currently locked out without gun nut 4 of a long night vision, but that's kind of okay. Same with the recon scope. So the recon scope would be nice, but it is not really a necessity. Meanwhile, compensator, improved per shot recoil, improved recoil control, reduced range. Let's see, what is it right now? Interesting that it says inferior range, and yet at least the accuracy goes up to 3 versus 85. I think that neither of these has much appeal to me, because since it's not an automatic weapon, it's, take a shot and then spend some time in the sniper. I don't think that recoil control is something I need to worry about, so we are not going to spend the resources, add the extra weight, or reduce the range. So Overseer's Guardian does hit harder than our trusty bolt-action sniper rifle, but it does hit a little bit longer, but it is not silenced, which means that we're going to have to probably run with both for a while. That is more guns than I wish to be carrying around. It is going to cut into how many crops I am able to haul, and that is a problem. But until I can get Overseer's Guardian silenced, I'm going to have to keep hanging on to the pipe rifle. And if it turns out that Overseer's Guardian feels like it's doing better than Old Faithful, maybe we can get rid of Old Faithful, but I am reluctant to do that yet. For now, I am going to need some ammo for Overseer's Guardian, so we're going to go down to Diamond City, buy ourselves some ammo, and I will join you again once we get over to the overpass, where we are going to take care of McCready's gunners, or at least we're going to give it a shot. Well, we have arrived at the Mass Pike interchange, and the party has already started. There are gunners up there that are busy shooting at that ramen, and I actually have already sniped one of them off. But getting up there could be a challenge. If I remember right, there's a lift, and that guy is probably guarding it, but I also think that riding up the lift is probably a good way to die. So we're going to have to try and look around to see if maybe we can find another way to get up there. In the meantime, let's see if we can take care of this fella. And we missed. That sucks. Let's see if we can get a headshot now that he's holding still. So we got him once, got him again, and oh boy, there's a lot more grunters down here at ground level than I had thought, and there's still those guys upstairs too. So I'm just gonna have to try and be a little bit careful, try and utilize the vast defense a little bit, and a little bit of that's aiming too while we're at it, and see if we can live through this, because this is not going according to plan. Oh no, it is not. And I think that Old Faithful is not going to be very good here, because most of these enemies have already taken a hit, and that may mean that it might be time to get out the Overseer's Guardian. However, this guy up here is all of them have not taken a hit yet, so we can do double damage to each of them on first hits and get some burning damage going. That should hopefully kill that guy. And they're having a hard time hitting me because I am a long ways away. So we're just kind of popping some heads up there. And uh-oh, McCready is down. And if I don't stim pack him soon enough, he will get angry, and that means that completing this quest will maybe not do anything. So, have a stim pack, McCready. Try not to die again. And who else do we still have here on the ground? Let's maybe switch over to the Overseer's Guardian, which I have not gotten a favorite yet. Actually, this guy has not had a hit on him, so let's, that guy has not had a hit on him. Let's just go ahead and take him out of the critical. I may regret that. I may wish to hold on to that critical for the bosses, but we're pretty outnumbered right now. How is Overseer's Guardian going to do? Well, right now, 0%, but we do get a lot of shots with it, but I think I want to try and get a little better angle on this guy. Okay, 4 shots at 50%. We can start grinding up a critical again, and hopefully take this guy out. No luck. Kind of fade back, keep the distance real long. We're better at long range than they are. And he's almost dead, so we didn't have to worry about it. Exactly where we hit him, just hit him. And same with this guy. I don't really care where I hit him, as long as I hit him. I am going to try and maybe get some bats shots on him though, because I really want to try and grind up a critical again before I face those bosses. At the rate criticals go with my low luck, that may not be feasible. Anyway, we've discovered the interchange, and as I said, there is a lift here, but I think that, okay, first off, I don't think that I want this spotlight on me. So let's take that out. And having a lift is nice. Actually, let's go ahead and get the Overseer's Guardian favorited. Having a lift is nice, but I think what it's going to do, if I take it, is simply dump me in the middle of a bunch of gunners and possibly an assaultron. I wonder if I might have better luck if I can take this ramp. I don't know if I'm going to be able to climb this or if it's going to be too steep, but we're at least out of caution and back to hidden, so that's a step in the right direction. And are we going to be allowed to climb this? Kinda. We can, we can get up a little bit, but I am starting to sweat about fall damage. There we go. Okay, so we are partway up, and is there anybody in sight? Vats is not currently able to detect anyone. Can we get up to the next higher ramp? First off, those are just mannequins, so we don't have to kill them. But can we somehow use one of these ramps to get up to the next level? Because we're not high enough yet. And where's McCready? McCready is probably way down there on the ground and not going to be a ton of help. And is this a dead end? This is looking... So this is a dead end. Not great. And... I am sure there's another way up there, but I don't think I can find it. Which means we are going to have to try and use that lift. Is there anybody who might like... So don't back over the edge. Is there anybody who might like to poke their heads out if I make some noise? My quest markers are not moving, which means that those bosses are not running around. Well, folks, I think we're going to have to try the lift, and I am not happy about it, but I don't see another alternative. So I have done this quest before and utilized that lift, but I have not done it on survival mode, and I have not done it with a character with so catastrophically low health as I've got. Like, Mary is the definition of a glass cannon. She hits like a truck, but if she is discovered and the sneak is broken, it's kind of game over. But I don't see any other options. So I know it's around here somewhere. Here it is. And where's McCready? McCready, would you like to ride the lift with me and at least maybe give me some fire support? We're going to have to push the button and actually call it down here. Since we've got a little time to wait for the lift to show up, let's eat a little food and drink a little water, and that will keep our survival meters from ticking up while we do this, and also it'll get some healing going. All right, McCready. At least he is. Oh no! Oh no! No, go back down. Oh, McCready, you are not supposed to step off this thing.
Anomaly detected.
Oh, and that is an Assaultron. We might just be dead. We're just gonna have to wait for VATS to play out and see if we're going to live. Okay, so Overseer's Guardian hits pretty hard. That's great. There's a turret over there that is definitely alerted to my presence. So we'll just wait for the VATS to come back a little bit before we try and kind of step around the corner and take this turret out. I'm going to take this as a VATS shot. Again, just trying to get my critical ground up. That's a step in the right direction. As for this Gunner Commander, we do not have any action points to be taking him on. And that is one of the bosses right around the corner. We don't want to deal with him just yet. We want to wait for our action points to come back, and I am going to switch over to Old Faithful, and because we have some guys that have not taken a hit yet, pop that guy off, and nobody seems to know exactly where we are, so why don't we, that's strange, why don't we just, weird. Okay, I'd like to take that machine gun out with a VATS shot, but since VATS is not cooperating, we'll do it this way. And we'll dodge around the corner so we don't get seen. And see if we can get a sneak attack This guy, we're in caution, back to hidden, and would you like to go to bed? Because I could totally do a Mr. Sandman on you. Like that would be cool. Oh, who's a Yusa? That is what he is. Still, the other guy has decided not to go to bed and instead run around some more. McCready, if I send the lift back down, would you maybe come up with it? You jerk! This was your mission, and you are slacking on the job, my mercenary friend. I'll just have to wait a little bit and try and keep this metal structure in between me and the other guy. Okay, we're back to hidden, and you want to go to bed. I know you want to go to bed. Come on, go to bed. So he's going to go off over there. I wonder if maybe the gunner commander has potentially gone back to bed. I think he's at least gotten out of his power armor, and that was not the right choice. You definitely should have stayed in that. So we're just gonna take a headshot on that guy. So I'm gonna try and switch over to Overseer's Guardian for this last bit, just because I want to see how it's doing. I'm gonna be able to get a headshot on this guy. He's wearing a helmet. Let's see how that goes. Well, he's dead. So that's great. Is that all? Everyone? I don't know, but we're gonna not be silly and rush things. We're gonna clear the area before we go and talk to McCready. Actually, does our map marker show that this has been cleared? It does not, which means that there are still potentially some enemies around. So yeah, there was definitely another way up here besides that lift. I'm certain if you go off in that direction far enough, that there's another way up here. But we managed to do it anyway. And I probably need not have worried so much about my guns, because it turns out that the Old Faithful was up to the task. Which means that I'm not going to retire it before Overseer's Guardian is fully upgraded, which means we're going to have a long set of levels with not much carry capacity to bring cops back to Hangman's Alley, and that is a bummer. Still, they're dead, and we're not. And at the end of the day, that's all right. Oh! We were not done. And this guy is really oblivious. Wow. So there's the Eden Dungeon steamer trunk. And yeah, he has a lot of combat armor. I do wish I could pick that up, but we can't. Is there a path forward over here? There might be if I was brave enough to jump on that truck, but without power armor or the the legendary effect is acrobats, but then there's some unique combat armor legs that you can get in, I think, mass fusion that there's no fall damage. Anyways, without any kind of fall damage reduction, I'm just curious if either Windlock or Barnes had any legendary gear. Doesn't look like it. Not that it matters, I suppose. I shouldn't torture myself because since I can't pick it up anyway, what does it matter if they had legendary gear? Oh, yeah, McCready. You owe me, you jerk. You jumped on this lift and then jumped right off again and left me to feel lucky to be alive.
Hey.
So what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, this should send a message to the gunners to stay off my back.
I mean, you think they're going to retaliate? Because they're going to retaliate against me.
You aren't afraid the gunners will retaliate?
The way these lunatics act, you'd think they would. But I know better. The gunners, it's always about the bottom line. And they just lost this entire way station, and that cost them big. Besides, they have no way of knowing I was involved. Anyway, I guess I owe you a favor.
So wait, if they have no way of knowing that McCready was involved, how is this sending them a message that they shouldn't mess with McCready? McCready, you are an idiot.
Well, I wasn't about to let you have all this fun alone.
Glad you enjoyed it. Tell you what.
On the other hand, McCready was more than happy to let me have all the fun all by
I'll
myself.
stick with you because that was part of the original deal, but now we're even. There you go. I guess we're done here. Lead on, boss.
Alright, McCready. Well, I'm at least glad that we have moved your quest along, and I'm surely hopeful that we'll be able to get your perk, because it is a good one. Well, we have come back to Hangman's Alley and dropped ourselves a save, got ourselves well rested, all that good stuff, and trying to decide what to do next. And I think that we should go do some questing, because I have 10 levels to gain before I can unlock Gun 4 and truly unlock the power of Overseer's Guardian. And we can also hopefully work on increasing McCready's affinity while we do that. So to start, we're going to do something that we picked up in Diamond City, which was clear out Backstreet Apparel. I don't know if this is going to give me like any actual quest rewards, but hey, killing the raiders ought to be worth some experience points. And before we go in there, we do have a perk available to us, and I just can't see myself really probably ever taking another rank of blacksmith. My melee weapon is good enough to take out rad roaches and other very low level enemies and avoid using the ammo, and that's as good as it needs to be. Black Widow has not gotten me any additional speech options yet, and I'm starting to despair and think that maybe it never will. And I should have known better. Fallout 4 was kind of famous for not checking into perks when it came to speech options. As for anything else that we've currently got ranks in, the only thing that is open is science, and I don't really need another rank of science right now. And so that means that it's probably time to drop something into special. I would like more hit points, and yet I would have to take a lot of endurance, I think, for a lot more hit points to really matter. Meanwhile, perception is very low for a character that has developed, as most Fallout 4 characters do, into a sniper. And so I would eventually like to work my way towards getting the sniper perk and the penetrator perk. Concentrated fire is nice, but sniper and penetrator are really pretty doggone good. So we're going to take a rank of perception right now. That is going to help our VATS accuracy and, as I said, start walking us towards eventually getting those other perks unlocked. And as we approach Backstreet Apparel, I have been past here before. I don't believe there's going to be any enemies on the outside. And once we get inside, everything is going to be at fairly short range. So I am going to switch over to the pistol while we kind of make our way through here and just kind of see about trying to empty this place out.
Let me see. So
So we're in danger, that's bad, but McCready is kind of deadly, and Vast Defense is going to save the day, I think. And so that did not go spectacularly well, but it's alright, we got him. And we're going to take this turret out first because those turrets can tear you apart pretty quick. And then we're going to take some headshots on this scabber. It was just whacked me with a baseball bat, but with the Vast Defense, I think we're going to be alright. And good news is that we were already close to getting another level, and that means that, frankly, we can just kind of immediately take another perk. And really, nothing has changed since a moment ago, so I am going to take another rank of Perception to just try and get my VATS accuracy up, and as I said, start walking towards those more valuable perks. I kind of wish that I could kill a little time looting this room while I wait for the enemies to get out of detecting me and get back to caution, but we can just kind of creep our way around. And
no need to hide. It'll all be over soon.
I'll be over soon, I'm sure. And I think that maybe you might be surprised on who is going to be over
Only a
for.
fucking coward hides!
No sign of him now.
I tell you, this pistol is pretty doggone deadly at close range. I am
I got.
not glad that I got the Creation Club content, because I have said before that I just think that it is not a good idea overall, but since I've got it, might as well use it. And even though I was not able to get the legendary version from completing the Creation Club quest, just being able to... McCready, what did you just picked something up. What did you get?
What's up? Time to split up the loot?
What's in your inventory here? Well, that's a thing. He's picked up a combat shotgun, a short combat rifle, which he probably is not using as well as his default weapon, and some 45 ammo.
I was having fun.
I mean, I didn't tell him to do that, but he did it, and later on, I'm probably going to sell that stuff. I mean, he picked it up, and it's his, but I am going to have to clear out his inventory somewhat. As I said last episode, actually, I guess earlier this episode, the fact that I can't put the silencer on Overseer's Guardian means that I'm carrying around a lot more guns than I really want to be, and that is going to seriously interfere with how many crops I can harvest and deliver to market. I'm just going to shoot this guy right in the back. There, he's not too proud to do that. These guys are, after all, trying to kill her, so no reservations. And if this guy would like to come around the corner, there he goes. Are we going to manage to get a shot on him? Nope, we would have if we'd had Penetrator. But not so much right now. Oh, there's a couple of them. But again, nice thing with this pistol is you can get an awful lot of bat shots in a single round. And since Vast Defense is so ridiculously overpowered, we survive without a problem. And we guess since we leveled up, we don't really even need to bother with healing. Too bad we can't pick up that grog neck, but that's alright. We are just gonna move on. I wonder if there's gonna be a way down from the roof. I cannot recall. And I am not sure that there's a way down from here that doesn't involve some fall damage, but we're going to try it anyways. We're pretty close to Hangman's Alley, pretty close to our last save, and if for some reason we die getting back to ground level, it's not the end of the world. But we will do at least try to take this in steps and not kill ourselves. And I think we probably made it. So the next thing that I want to do is actually go kill some more raiders, and I think the place I'm going to do that is Pigman's Gallery, because once I have McCready's perk, Hancock's perk is not as good, especially not for... Oh, just got a high enough level that Nuka World has now decided to unlock. Anyways, Hancock's perk is not as great, but we are still going to try and get it. As I've said before, with no magazines, the companion perks are much more valuable to me than they would be in a regular playthrough. I will join you again once we get to Pigman's Gallery. We are going to stop a little bit short of Pigman's Gallery and talk to these friendly people in this band shell over here. I'm certain that they are not in any way a sinister group that is going to attempt to con me. I think that we can probably get some additional affinity with McCready here, because he's going to like that we're going to be savvy to what these guys are trying to do to us, but we will need to be a little bit careful. I think that the pistol is probably the right answer for this situation, because he's going to want to try and isolate us, and then we're going to have a bunch of enemies charge in, so having lots of bat shots is going to be good.
The way they were in the good old days.
Why do you ask?
Because if you are that kind of person, you've come to the right place, neighbor. We call ourselves the Pillars of the Community.
Pillars of the Community?
We're a pretty...
That doesn't sound like a cult at all.
Not have heard of us. But we're growing fast all across the Commonwealth, and you can be part of this exciting future.
Why, what an interesting pitch, Brother James.
Tell you all about
it. What's this all about?
I'm glad you asked. Our mission is nothing less than to transform the entire Maybe you've seen
wow, transforming the Commonwealth.
What life was like back before the Great War.
So, funny story, Brother James. I actually know what life was like before the war.
Well, neighbor, I'm here to tell you that...
And I'm pretty sure that it'll never be the same again.
Ready to take that first step into a new life?
You owe it to yourself to give it a chance.
I have some questions for you, James.
Of course you do. And I'm here to answer them.
What if I change my mind
and
after I
want to
join?
leave?
There's absolutely no obligation. But trust me, once you see how your life is transformed, you won't...
Boy, this just sounds more and more like a cult, Brother James.
We have never had a single pillar leave after joining. There's not many groups like ours that could make that claim, are there? Anything else?
You're not helping yourself here.
What
What are your requirements?
Your movement?
That's the beauty of it, neighbor. You don't have to do anything, except have a will.
Oh, well, it's easy, of course. Just like any other cult. What about
What's
your
your
movement?
all about?
Our mission is nothing less than to transform the... Maybe you've seen
Alright.
pictures or...
We've heard this part of the pitch before.
Anything else you're wanting?
I don't have any more
No
questions.
other questions,
Owe it
James.
to
And
yourself
I hope you're
to
ready
give
to
it a
take your
chance.
first step into your new life as one of...
Not
No.
a chance.
I
Well,
don't think that I
I'm
want to
sorry
join
to
the
hear
Pillars
that.
of the Community.
I really can't take no for an answer, though. Once you find out all the benefits of being one of the pillars...
Can't
I
take no
think
for an
you'll
answer.
see where I'm-
You know, Brother James, I think I'm done. This is definitely a cult.
Before we leave, huh?
I'm always
So
excited.
I wonder if he is going to just start shooting if we try to leave. It's actually fine if we don't end up murdering these guys, because there is the Cabot House quest that is at least related to this, and I think that, yeah, I've heard your pitch, and I want nothing to do with you. A little disappointed that McCready has not decided to give me some affinity points for not being a sucker, but that's okay. We're gonna move on, and oh, there's raiders. I forgot. I had not completely cleared the coast yet. Really, once you clear the this side of the river, it is a safe route, and I have in previous survival playthroughs ran this route so doggone many times that I kind of forgot that, yeah, there can be enemies in between the Hangman's Alley and the back door to the railroad. And we are about to die, which is not good. Let's see if we can back off and get a stim pack going to maybe not get killed. Oh boy. Let's get back here and, yeah, just get out of the line of sight from those other raiders. I am going to go down here to the river and drink some water, because although I'm probably going to get sick, I would rather do this than use up all of my purified water for healing. So now that we're hydrated, we'll start getting some points from water. And oh, I forgot how long it takes to do this. You know what? Let's not do this. Let's see if we've got any other healing items that we might use here. How about some vegetable soup? Is that gonna... Yeah, that should get us enough health points. And in the meantime, now that we have gotten back to hidden, we should be able to finish taking this raider out without any further trouble. So, yeah, crazy. Like I said, I have run this route so many times in other survival playthroughs that I just literally forgot. But yeah, this is a dangerous part of the world. There could be enemies here, and you need to clear them out the first time you come down the coast. I'm in caution from something, but I don't know what. What happens if I get a longer range rifle out? Am I able to detect what I'm in caution from? No. That's all right. We're just gonna move on. Let's get our silenced weapon here, because we are at least getting closer to Pickman's Gallery. I guess we're not quite there yet. I will join you again once we get there. Here we are, just outside of Pickman's Gallery. The raiders are already agitated because I kind of came up on a little faster than I thought and had to kill one and kind of fade back. So yeah, we need to clean these guys off the outside and the inside of this place. And on the way, we killed a couple more raiders and some dogs, but nothing very exciting. Did pass the bridge to Bunker Hill, and I definitely need to get over there at some point. I'd like to get the settlement item unlocked to start having caravans show up around my settlements. That would be nice. But yeah, we've just got a couple people to kill on the outside here, and then we should be safe to move indoors. And I will say the extra perception seems to already kind of be helping. I feel like I am noticing a increase in my bat's accuracy. As for this person, she's been distracted by McCready, so I'll just dodge around behind her and shoot her in the back. And that's everybody. And I think that it is time to head inside and probably run away from that burning truck, because if it explodes, it could do a lot of damage to me. Also, you might notice I am sick. That's because I used some filthy river water to top up my health, but I just hate spinning the bottles. Spinning bottles it's not because of the expense, it's just they just don't show up very often in junk vendor inventories. And so if I have an alternative, I will take it. And McCready, you probably shouldn't walk in front of me like that in the middle of a firefight. And here we go. Uh-oh. Message to Jack is probably something that we are supposed to pick up, and I don't think we can. Oh, we've run across another quest item that we simply cannot obtain. Whoa, hey, you guys just disappeared out of literal thin air. What the heck? Let's at least see if we can knock him down with the pistol here. What the? I guess maybe they came in from the outside? Where's McCready? Come on, man. You're supposed to be helping me here. I'm pert near dead. In fact, I'm going to have to take a critical on this guy just to avoid dying. Oh my goodness. It's just getting worse. Well, we're going to have to use another stim pack, and that is going to mean also taking some water, because we will be immediately parched after we use the stim pack. Hey, that could have gone a lot better. Not that the expense of the stim pack is that terrible or anything. Oh, even more? Come on. McCready, you are just useless. Like, I want your perk, and then I want you gone. And now we're still in danger. Goodness gracious. And McCready's decided to get fourth dimensional with this wall again.
Where'd the little bitch go?
We're just going to let the caution go down. Anyways, McCready, let's check your inventory. And
Let's see what you got.
then I'm going to see if maybe you might be willing to pick this quest item up for me.
Hey!
So come over here and see if you would inspect this guy.
Grab anything
and
useful.
maybe get the quest item. Okay. Okay, he took literally everything, which means maybe he has saved the day. Do you have the holotape that we need? You do. Oh, good job, McCready. Okay, so we're going to take this 38 ammo and drop it. And we're going to take that pipe pistol and drop it. Give me just a second here so that I can remember everything that I'm supposed to be dropping. So we're dropping that. And we're dropping the pipe pistol.
Hey.
And what else have we got here? Drifter outfit. And stim packs that you did not have before. So I'm going to drop this drifter outfit, and we're going to drop 2 stim packs.
Wait, don't we need that?
This is kind of cheesy, but boy, there have just been so darn many quests that I have not been able to complete, and if I don't finish this one, I believe that Hancock might be locked out of it. I know that it's more like the end of the big dig, I think, that unlocks him, but still, we're gonna do it. I've resisted the temptation on many other occasions, but this time around,
Yes.
I don't think I can.
Admiring my collection. I'm afraid it's not complete.
And we
Soon.
were in caution,
Stay away from me, you psycho!
but not
Yes.
apparently
Just
from
like that.
anybody on the first
Hold
floor.
that expression on your face.
What about the upstairs? Is there anybody around here that would like to take some shots at me? Not so far. Is it just the basement that's left? I don't know. Next step is going to be we have to go up into the attic and get between the walls and... Hello, Mr. Raider Scabber. Goodbye, Mr. Raider Scabber.
No! Don't you die!
Here's another one, and there again, pistol and vast defense. Just might as well be, well, I won't say invincible against human opponents. After all, we did just nearly die moments ago, but yeah, against a single opponent, they don't stand a chance. And so let's go ahead and head downstairs, because eventually we can disarm that so McCready doesn't set it off.
Let's go!
And we got raiders yelling again on the first floor, so I'm not sure what's up with that, but we can
Get some, motherfucker!
get surprised by a couple raiders here in the basement, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah. Just basic raiders and a couple of headshots. We'll take them out, no problem. Get rid of that frag mine, and we can make our way further down and into the sewers. McCready, where are you? Are you at least in the same room? Looks like it, alright. Buddy, you have not been performing very well today, and I kind of can't wait until we're done with you. I think Mary would probably rather be questing with her bestie Piper, but this guy wants to yell and let everybody know that he's there, so we'll just oblige him by shooting him. And I can't recall. There's several ways we can go here, and I'm not really sure which is the right way. But I know that I don't want to hang around in those rads. This is a dead end, so I guess that only leaves this direction. And so we get deeper and deeper in here. And can we jump down here without dying? Yeah, we couldn't quite make it across, but I don't know that we were really supposed to anyway. Another raider. This one I think we can take out with a manual shot. Yeah. Just wanted to make sure that I have criticals saved up. Now, this one, this guy wants to run around and be all evasive and stuff, so we'll just try some bad shots on him. Her. Sorry. And And I'm starting to lose some health, so let's drink some delicious sewer water to somehow heal ourselves, because that's just how it works in Fallout. You run up to a toilet and gorge yourself on water, and that's somehow makes it all better. It is a slow process, though. But with only one stim pack left, I want to be sure that I've got that available in case McCready goes down, because if he goes down and I don't stim pack him, he will get very pouty, like Preston Gravy did, and might refuse to adventure with me anymore. I don't really think that would happen, but the problem with Preston is, of course, he's got another quest unlocked to go liberate the castle, and that's all he wants to talk about. Anyway, I think we can proceed along this ledge and see if we can move our way just a little bit closer to ending this particular dungeon. Just take one more shot on. Oh, legendary raider. And so let's use a critical with a headshot. And we've got this guy over here. Really burning through the 10mm ammo, but I think it'll be okay. I've got enough crops growing in my settlement that I can kind of replenish ammo inside the city almost at will. Just a matter of picking the crops and making the trip. I think we're at least getting close to the end here. And here again, I just don't want McCready to step on that, so we'll disarm it and carefully make our way across some pipes. Wish we could take some quantum. And I think for this last room, the sight lines are going to be a little bit longer, and the enemies may be a little bit tougher, so let's get out. Hold faithful. Oh, we're not to the last room yet. Doggone it. Oh! And this man gets surprised by a guy jumping out from around a corner. This is not going very smoothly, but then again, after our experience with the gunners, like, nothing should have gone as well as that did, so I am just going to have to kind of grandly and bear it. Alright. We need more than just eating some raw vegetables is going to do, so we'll take some water, and we'll take a few raw vegetables, and we'll take a noodle cup. Just to try and get our health topped off a little bit.
You're messing with the best.
You get him, McCready. You've been pretty useless so far, but at least you got this guy distracted. Why don't we, since this person's already had some hits, why don't we switch over to Overseer's Guardian and see if we can do a little bit better with this. Push forward, try and get a good angle on this guy. We'll take the torso shots. And there we go. Good news is we are about ready to gain another level. So doing the questing here is, I hope, going to pay off. And as I said, get to Gun Nut 4 sooner than later. Let's go back over to the pistol. I thought we were almost done. I forgot how long this dungeon was.
Finally got you, Pigman.
Alright. Good.
Thought you could
This should
help
hopefully
our
be the
people
final
to your
one.
heart's content. I'm gonna enjoy killing you. Motherfucker!
Missed a chance to get that guy with a manual headshot. Let's see what we can do with some bat shots with Old Faithful. Didn't kill him, but definitely hurt him. So I'm just gonna fade back since we have this ledge here that he can't chase us, and wait for our action points to come back a little bit. In fact, we might even just wait to go back to caution and see if we can't find another shot on Slab here. There we go. Slab's dead, and Pigman's still shooting at somebody. Who are you going after, Pigman? Well, he's now calmed down, so I guess he must have killed whoever it was he was shooting at. So before he approaches us and initiates a conversation, let us put on our special outfit for charisma and pull out a pistol in case that doesn't work. Because this guy is kind of a scumbag. I don't think Mary would tolerate him very much.
That was close. Thank you.
You may not thank me in a minute.
Worse than death.
I mean, I heard the recording that you made with that
So
guy.
say
You
one
are
killer
a
to another.
sicko.
Regardless, I pay my debts.
Mary kills, but she doesn't like it, and she doesn't exactly, revel in the pain of her enemies.
I don't care.
Take it or leave it. It's up to you. If you visit my house again, look deep within my painting, Picnic for Stanley. You'll need this.
Well, that sounds like looting, and I can't loot, and I think that Mary is going to judge Pigman and probably judge him pretty harshly. Let's put our armor back on and see about a final dispensation for Mr. Pigman here, which is frankly just going to be a whole bunch of bats headshots. Assuming he's not essential. Oh no. Nope. Not essential. Let's go ahead and exit, and since the only way out is having him hand me the key, I am glad he actually handed me the key instead of saying, "Oh, there's my key, it's over in that trunk." And I'm just curious, can't climb up any farther. Probably a waste of time anyway. It's not like we can go up there and pick up any loot out of it. So where are we in relation to the front door of the gallery? It says it's behind us. I'm guessing we don't want to run into these ghouls like an idiot. I'm not sure if this pistol might not even be better than the Deliverer, the pistol that you can get from the Railroad Quest. I don't really want to activate the Old North Church, though. I would like to come back after following the Freedom Trail to get that. let's try and take a little side passage and get back out to the coast here where we can approach Pickens from there. I'm hoping that by at least looking at the reward that will trigger the quest complete and we can get some more experience points, but we'll find out.
Great. Thanks for the nightmare fuel.
And activate is not taking anything out, and unlocking is not taking anything out, and there is Pickman's Blade. And I don't have to pick this up. I'd like it, but it's not necessary for me to pick this up to complete that quest, so in the interest of only cheating a little bit this episode by having McCready pick up that holotape for me, I think that it is just going to stay exactly where it is. After all, we didn't really benefit from picking up that holotape other than we were able to advance the quest. And in fact, we can even go so far as to find that holotape in our inventory and just get rid of it. No benefit, as I said, other than being able to complete the quest. And boy, am I tired of not being able to complete quests. There's the USS Constitution. I would very much like to get my hands on old Ironside's hat, but I don't think that is for today. In fact, I think that we've done quite enough for today. I do need to go into Good Neighbor to... more raiders. I do need to go into Good Neighbor to turn in the quest, and hopefully I don't die from being incautious here. But we're gonna have to see. Oh boy, this is bad. Just kind of panic and run away. Anyways, yeah, we need to turn in the quest. We need to drop a save for sure, because I don't want to have to do all this again. And assuming that I survive this, we'll do the sign off and call it a day. But we have to survive this next encounter to be sure. And that is not guaranteed. I'm running low on health, and I refuse to use another stim pack. So, can I... Okay. So he's going to come up and charge up to me, and that's going to be a mistake on his part. Good. Alright. Still in caution. There's at least one other guy, and he is behind me. I mean, there's one in front of me for sure, but I also got shot, I think, from behind. Yeah. Here, definitely gonna have to restock on the 10mm ammo. As I said, this gun is just pretty darn good. I think, even though I said before, I'm disappointed I did not get the legendary variant. Man, who needs it? This thing packs a wallop.
This is a joke.
Let's see if we can just kind of pop around this corner and one-shot this guy with Old Faithful. Where are you? Where are you? You're over here. And that's it. Okay. Boy, lot of dead raiders. A lot of experience points gained. In fact, we have got another level up, so let's take a look at what we can get. I think that, yes, Mr. Sandman actually unlocked last level at level 30. So, is there anything else that would be better? No. We really need our pipe rifle to hit as hard as it possibly can until we can get Overseer's Guardian fixed up with a silencer. So, Mr. Sandman, it is. And that's enough for one part for sure. So I want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. And if you want to see more, of course, subscribe and ring the notification bell so that when I post, you will find out about it. And if you didn't like, tell me why in a comment, because constructive criticism is the best way that I know how to improve. Until next time, my name is Nacho Bidness, and I'm saying it's a great big wasteland out there. Let's go have fun in it.